Alright, bitches, so we're on to the next episode of Dragon Ball Super. This is episode 25, and this one is called An All-Out Battle, The Vengeful Golden Frieza. So, this picks up just right after Goku, has entered into his Super Saiyan Blue transformation. And there's a little bit of discussion between Frieza and Goku. Frieza seems actually pleased that Goku has become essentially a deity or a god. It cuts down to the others on the ground, and Tien actually mentions that Frieza is still smiling and still seems happy, which means he likely at least thinks he has the power capable of defeating Goku. Then we see Jacko is taking pictures of Goku and Frieza and stuff, and Bulma's kind of like wondering, like, what are you doing there? And he's like, oh, it's my job to, record these events and then show them to my superiors. And Bulma's like, well, what happens then? He's like, oh, well, they'll probably just declare this a danger zone or area with great risk, and they'll probably send a rocket to blow it up. So then Bulma starts destroying his camera, and this leads to a number of comical moments throughout this episode where Jacko's trying to take pictures. But it cuts back up to Goku and Frieza, rather than powering up at all, charges Goku, and Goku easily, catches and avoids Frieza attack. It's nothing. And Goku's kind of like, come on, look at this form. If you need to use your true power, else you're gonna get fucking destroyed. And Frieza, starts talking smack, like, oh, I was just testing if it was really necessary to transform. It's like, Frieza, you smug bitch, shut up. So then Frieza, transforms into his brand new, power form, Golden Frieza. I will say, I love the way his aura looks. They really made the auras of, the two Super Saiyan God forms and now Golden Frieza look really interesting here in Dragon Ball Super. Now, I would say Golden Frieza, it seemed like he seemed a little cooler in the Resurrection of movie, or the Resurrection of Frieza movie. I think wasn't he a little taller? Didn't he get a little taller in that form? Because here in the show, it does appear as though Frieza remains the same height, he just becomes gold. Whereas in the movie, I thought it looked like he got closer to Goku's height. And after Frieza takes his golden form, of course, Jacko pulls out another camera and starts taking more pictures, even though Bulma broke his last one. And this even gets Frieza to comment like, oh, your friends are very amazed at my new form. Hope you're ready to get rocked by Golden Frieza. And it's like, all right, we'll see. So then they start fighting. It seems pretty cool. They've both got their powerful auras on. They do, a couple of Kai clashes. First, they do, a Vegeta-esque attack, where they are moving their hands really fast and all the energy beams go out. And then they do, a super powerful, energy beam clash with Goku's Kamehameha, and Frieza's got some red power blast. Now, in the middle of this, Whis actually contacts Bulma and lets Bulma know, hey, we're gonna be right there. And Bulma's a little surprised, but it's like, okay. Now, then it cuts to where we see Whis and Beerus are, heading towards Earth. And they're flying in, that Whis flight mode that they take during space. And Whis stops. And very surprisingly, I actually didn't see this one coming. Champa and Vado show up in front of Beerus and Whis. Now these, of course, this is the God of Destruction and attendant for a different universe. Now they actually begin having interesting dialogue where it's stated that Beerus is the God of Destruction in the 7th universe and Champa is the God of Destruction in the 6th universe. And Beerus is very suspicious at what Champa is doing in the 7th universe. And, they start talking, and Beerus is like, are you trying to steal the delicious food from this universe? And Champa kind of laughs and says, like, no, 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 this is the food in the 6th universe is better. But I do get the feeling that Beerus is very, like, suspicious. Like, he doesn't believe it's just something food related. Why Champa is here in the 7th universe. Then they kind of get in each other's face, and it's kind of like, you know, Champa kind of challenges Beerus, like, you want to fight? And Beerus is like, alright, let's go. And then Champa goes, okay, Vados, attack him. And they're kind of like, what? It's like, Champa, why don't you want to fight? And he goes, oh, I'm lazy. But what's really funny about him saying lazy is, in Japanese, it's mendokuse, which that's the phrase that Shikamaru always says in Naruto. Everything is very mendokuse. So hearing that put me in a really good mood. But then, you know, Champa just fucks off. And Beerus is like, whatever. And they continue towards Earth. Then the camera moves towards Champa and Vados, you know, traveling in a similar way to Whis. And Champa mentions how they have 5 and they only need 2 left. So it looks like they're likely referring to some sort of Dragon Ball. However, the fact that they've been going to different planets, because remember we saw Champa and Vados earlier, it looks like it might be some sort of Dragon Ball similar to the ones that we saw in Dragon Ball GT, the Black Star Balls that spread out across the universe. Because, you know, all the Namekian balls are on planet Namek, and all the Earth Dragon Balls are on planet Earth. So it looks like there's a different kind of Dragon Balls that are scattered at least throughout the 7th universe, which is pretty interesting. But I guess, I know there's not very much left in the Resurrection of Frieza arc. So obviously Champa and Vados, them popping this little scene in right here, is setting up for what the next arc is going to be. Goku and Frieza continue their fight, and it pretty much at this point is pretty even. It doesn't look like either Goku or Frieza have the advantage. Then Whis and Beerus arrive, and Bulma gives Whis and Beerus the strawberry parfait, since that's the main reason that they're there, is to eat the strawberry parfait or strawberry sundae, whatever it is that you want to call it. And this scene goes on for quite a while as they're eating and enjoying. And right around this time is when Frieza is beginning to overpower Goku. Goku's starting to have trouble keeping up in the fight. And like you can see it, how Frieza is kind of a step ahead. Then at this point, Frieza starts talking shit about how he's gonna kill Goku and then kill Vegeta and then kill all of Goku's friends. And like his eyes are moving through all of Goku's friends until it stops and he sees Beerus and he's like, what the fuck, Beerus, what are you doing here? And they go back and forth, but Beerus is not going to stop Frieza's fight. Beerus doesn't really care about Frieza getting revenge. And Bulma's kind of like, are you serious? You're not going to help? And Beerus is very quick to acknowledge, I'm worried about this ice cream. I'm going to protect the ice cream, so if you stand near me, you'll be very safe. And it's very comical the way, like, you see Bulma slide over, and then you see, like, the other heroes, like Gohan and Tien and them, like, they just kind of slide into the frame. Like, that shit is very funny to me. I really enjoyed that scene. And then Jaco is continuing with his bullshit, trying to get more pictures, and it's like, hey, motherfucker, you trying to get killed? Because that's all that's going to happen with Beerus, is you're going to get fucking killed trying to take a picture of him. And Bulma kind of explains that. Actually, I wonder if the next episode is going to continue this gag with Jaco. Who knows? But anyway, then just before the episode ends, Frieza catches Goku in a nice little combo and, you know, gets him in the back of the neck with like a karate chop, hits him with an energy blast that Goku pretty much takes full on, and Goku falls to the ground, hurt pretty bad, and Frieza's standing over him, and then the episode ends there. Then in the next episode, nothing really too crazy shown. Just looks like the battle between Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Golden Frieza will continue on for at least a little while longer.